A lot of you Taurus have a newfound level of confidence. You have the Emperor, the Five of Swords, and the Strength. These three cards here, well, let's slow down. The Five of Swords, smack dab in the middle of these two, is about how when people try to reject you, you have a new mentality about that. So you're not really going to get so upset about that. A lot of people get upset about rejection. Nobody, and I mean nobody should be getting super duper upset at rejection. It's something 100% is going to happen, without exception. 100%. So a lot of you Taurus have realized this because a lot of you have built up way more experience now. And a lot of you are realizing some of the mistakes that you've made, right? The smarter ones, right? The better of you Taurus are realizing the mistakes that you've made. So you're realizing that if someone isn't interested in you, you just be by yourself, right? Right? Or go talk to somebody else. See what it is that they say. It's literally that simple as a choice. But the Emperor, right, represents you, Taurus, understand that eventually you're going to find someone that works well for you, because when people give you a chance, they usually like you. They like the stability that you bring. They like the fact that you, Taurus, y'all are earth signs. So they like the fact that y'all can come up with money somehow, somewhere. That's what it is that earth signs do. We come up with money on the spot, right? Sometimes we could be in a financial pinch and come up with money. You know what I mean? Come up with a way to get it. Legally, of course. So the thing is that the strength is about how, so because a lot of you Taurus are not tripping out about rejection, you're not afraid of it anymore. It's making you very much so more attractive. Yeah, like people are attracted. People don't want to admit this, but people are attracted to people who don't care about rejection. Because the only types of people who care so much, the only types of people who run around acting like they've never been rejected before are the people who probably get rejected a lot. And that's what happens, right? Usually the people that and that's something that I've noticed. I've noticed that whenever it is that I was talking to somebody and they act like they've never been rejected, they by themselves. And it's like, if you've never been rejected before, why is it that you are a single individual living single and you don't have anybody? Not anybody to come by, see what's going on with you. Somebody, if you are even a jump off, that way. I mean, nothing. So what? You're just a ghost to everybody all the time and nobody ever says anything. Nope. But then they've never been rejected. And it's like, what do you think that is? Right? For you to be in your 30s and you supposedly never been rejected, but nobody is checking on you, right? My gosh, I'm not in a relationship, but I have a lot of people checking for me, though. This ain't cap. Even in my comment section, I'm pretty sure a lot of you would be checking for me, right? So, anyway, so the Empress represents how this is you Capricorns being okay with rejecting those people too, because those are not the type of quality people that you would want to have around you long term anyway, right? The Page of Pentacles is about how a lot of you Taurus understand that hold on, let me see. Okay. So a lot of you Taurus are like, okay, it's time to get back to your money. It's time to get back to focusing on your own purpose and the things that you can control, right? The Ten of Pentacles, not being so worried about, whether love is going to come your way or not. A lot of you Taurus understand that you're going to continue to get to know other people, but if the two of you work, then you work, but it's got to, like I said before, it's got to be a relationship that's worthy. It's got to be something that's valuable. It can't just be, and that's what the Ten of Pentacles denotes too. It has to be something valuable. It just can't be something where it's like throwaway, It's like, oh, okay, whatever. You get the person, The person only wants to hang out with you, right? You being a jump off, right? Then they bounce or you bounce. You find out that you're not really interested in them long term, or they may do the same thing for you. No, it's about the two of you working together long term. And the Two of Swords is about how, and a lot of people are not going to be able, a lot of people can't accept you, Taurus. That's partially what it is. Because the secret is, right? The secret is, and I have, and I'm not lying about this. I could show you videos on this. The truth is, we're in a dating pool right now where a lot of people are a lot of people talking trash about it. It's mainly true. We're at a time right now where if you really on some self-improvement stuff, people are not going for that. Haven't you, Taurus, ever really noticed that this is New York, they're doing construction. But haven't you, Taurus, ever really noticed that the more on point y'all are striving to be is the worse the dates get? Because that's the irony in the thing. That's the divine or the source showing you the irony. That's the irony of it. And the irony, right, Two of Swords, the irony represents, right, that it's the opposite. You could be a bum, or when I say a bum, I mean a person that is up to no good. They are not respecting themselves. Surrounded by people, but you could be a person that has integrity and stuff like this and striving to become better. Your dates will go terribly. And that's what I mean. It's the irony in the whole thing. It's the irony of the people who try to put themselves out there looking like they cool is really the scared dorks. Those are the ones that when you come to find out, they are dorks. And I'm not talking about it from a perspective of like a good way where they're smart and they have skills and stuff like this. I'm talking about dorks in the sense that they're try-hards. They're trying too hard to impress other people, and it's sad when you really look at it. And that's the irony of it. So the Hierophant, which represents you, Taurus, and Sagittarius in certain cases, but this is you, Taurus. So the Hierophant is about how, so a lot of you, Taurus, understand to not sweat the small stuff, not get so bent out of shape and upset when dates don't go your way, when people reject you. Because like I said, they're most of the times, 9 chances out of 10, they're dorks. How many times, I can't explain to y'all how many times I've tried to get to know some people and hung around them enough, even if they acted like they were so much better than me and they rejected me and all this stuff. And I was like, okay, cool, whatever, cool. But I knew them, and they told me they got out of the psych ward. They told me, you know, they told me this, and so they told me this, they told me that, right? They can't keep friends. And it's like, this is what I'm talking about. If you so cool, why can't you keep friends? Why can't you, you know what I mean? Like, why can't you keep friends? Like, why don't you have secret admirers? Like, you know you winning in life when you have secret admirers. You know you winning in life when people got a front like they don't like you, but they get sad when you don't say what up to them. You know what I mean? Like, it, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't, like, if you don't have that, then that's how it is that you know that people are not really checking for you like that, right? And I'm not saying that it has to be one uniform code. I'm saying that that's how it is, though, right? You'll get things like that. So you, Taurus, can have that. You can have secret admirers and stuff like this, but you realize that a lot of people who try to act like they cool, too cool for school, right? Flat out just reject you. They don't even take the time to get to know you like that. They're just looking for a type. You'll realize, right, when you start to see them, they can't keep a relationship, but they're so sought after. And it's like, get them. It's like, get your goofy self out of here. You're such a hot commodity supposedly, but then nobody wants it. People are keeping you on the shelf. Nobody's checking for you. Nothing. Your neighborhood does not know your name. People do not admire you. People do not stalk you. People do not. You understand what I'm saying? But for you Taurus may have all of that. So then the Three of Pentacles represents just that. It represents how, like I said, you should just continue to talk to other people. Because the more experience you get, the more you're going to realize that the vast majority of the tryhards are trying hard. You're going to see, you Taurus, I guarantee you Taurus, if you're dating, if you're continuing to date, you Taurus are going to see more tryhards. And you're going to start to, after a while, look at people like they're sad because they doing too much, trying to act like there's something they're not, trying to pull rank and pull card, do all this other stuff. And it's like, yo, you look like a weirdo. You look sus. You know? But the Three of Pentacles, you just make sure that you're solid. You just make sure that you're okay being by yourselves. Because that's another thing too. That's the ultimate, is that when you are okay being by yourself, because what it is that you see out here, right? This relationship, we're in a relationship talk bubble where there's a lot of people who have to create a lot of sensationalism around. Let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Hierophant. We're in a situation where people have to create a lot of sensationalism around relationships, and they have to make it more complicated than what it is. You got people literally trying to create formulas now, like trying to create formulas. It's like, yo, like, like that is some goofy stuff, like trying to create formulas and all this stuff. And what I mean when I say formulas, you have the Hermit, Two of Swords, the Fool, and the Eight of Swords, right? And what I mean when I say formulas, I mean like 10 things to turn this person on, 10 things that turns this person off. And it's like, listen, if a person gets turned off by me for stupid reasons, that's not the type of person that I want to have long-term around me anyway. Okay, so let's clarify the Hierophant, the Hermit, and the Two of Swords, right? Again, when you become more comfortable being by yourselves, that's what makes you cool, because you're not pressed to be in a relationship with anybody. That's the thing. That's what makes you cooler, because you're not pressed. Like I said, you're not pressed to be in a relationship. You're not pressed to run, to just accept anything. Because right now, we're, real talk, real fast, just to kind of give y'all some more game, we're really in like a hierarchy right now. Like, that's what's cool, like a hierarchy. So many people are trying to date up, right? Trying to date up. This idea of people are trying to go after what they're not, but higher up, and looking up and trying to achieve this grandiose, you know, video game last level partner. And it's like that's what it is. So the thing is, the Hermit and the Two of Wands, when you Taurus learn how to be okay being by yourselves, that's what makes you cool, because you're gonna understand how desperate people are to level up to get this grandiose last boss character. It's hilarious. Dorks on the internet or whatnot, literally, and I'm not bullying anybody, I'm just saying, like, the concept, it's a stupid concept of like people on the internet trying to create whole formulas on how to actually pull somebody in. It's like, listen, go pick up my book, Love Pays the Bills, and that's all it is that you'll need. It'll give you a better idea, yo. Like, I don't come up with all these formulas and all this stuff. And then you have the Fool and the Eight of Swords, right? The Fool and the Eight of Swords is you'll be able to be more free, right? You'll find yourself being free because you're not sweating, you're not pressured to be in a relationship to impress other people, to make people like you. Because that's a part of it too, is that a lot of times people try to force others to make them like them, and sometimes people feel pressured to be what another person would think that they find is cool. And it's like, listen, I go outside with Naruto headbands on. I go outside with my Naruto headband on. I am not concerned with whether or not somebody is interested in me or not. I don't care. Because if you decide that I, as a living being, as a man, is not qualified, or I'm not good enough, meanwhile, you don't know me, but you think that I'm not qualified because of the fact that I have a Naruto headband on, without having at least a conversation with me enough to understand that I can have a deeper conversation, you're a dork. Because you're looking for any stupid reason to disqualify me. And if that's the case, please do that. But you're a dork. So that's pretty much it, my dear Taurus. I'm not calling you a dork. I'm saying the person in the situation. But that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 10,000 subscribers. We have 9,230 some odd subscribers. What? Smash the subscribe button, smash that like button, hit the notification bell, set that notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.